the first thing we want to look for, and you can see the 5 steps I give you, is first of all, see if you find any boxes. And of course, the boxes in particular you'd be looking for is a HIF-ill or a PL. But you can clearly see there's no boxes here. So we go to the next step, because if there's no boxes, then we're looking at a call. And so if this is a call, one of the things we want to think about is protoform. We see that we have 3 letters here, might be the root, because we look at the ending here. And again, that ending could be some kind of pronominal suffix. It could be a protoform. And so immediately we want to start looking for protoforms. And what I would see here is I see a schwa, but I know the schwa goes back to patach. I see a kametz, it goes back to patach. And then I see another patach right there, and that's what it would be. And then I see a tav. And seeing those 3 patachs in the tav, this has got to be a third feminine singular. And so already I'm ready to say I'm probably looking at a call perfect third feminine singular. And so the second step is to identify the protoforms, and with the T here and with the vowels here. The next thing we want to do, and of course by this time also I think I know my root. Here's my root, because that T has to be part of the perfect, either a suffix or again part of a protoform. And so the next step here is I've got to identify the suffix. Now that's difficult because as I look for the suffix, that's not a real suffix that I can remember from my charts. And so I have a problem already with the suffix. But I do notice this dagesh forte. And when I see that dagesh forte, what I'm having to do here is I'm going to start looking in just a second for specific problems. But before I do that, I want to do the 4th step, and that's look for the accented syllable and reduction pattern. And I see an accent on R3, which again affirms that we're looking at a third person. So again, the third feminine singular works perfectly. The vowel reduction pattern also matches what you would expect from a call. Perfect. 3FS, it's following a noun reduction pattern. But now I just have to go back to this dagesh. That dagesh, I must now say, look, that's got to be in some way a problem of assimilation. And immediately what I would think is that hey is phony. Look at that hey is phony. And so I have that specific problem where we have a hey assimilated, and so the original form would have looked something like this without the dagesh here and the tav. This is starting to look like a very beautiful word here. Okay, and so the hey assimilates into the tav, as you remember that, and then the kametz sort of takes over, and then there's the phony hey. And so what this is this is assimilating a 3FS suffix. And so what do I have? I have a call perfect 3FS with a 3FS suffix. So you can see these are quite challenging. And so as you now read this chapter, again, you're going to have to study diligently on this chapter in order for you to do the exercise as well.